who does that little worm think he is? Does he, a little to the left, have any idea who he's dealing with?
Hey guys, so I'm here with Ahsante the artist.
Hey.
We are currently at VidCon, and Ahsante is a special guest, I guess.
Speaker on Less Than Famous panel.
How would you describe your channel in a few sentences?
Well, I'm a vlogger, so I do vlogs about college. I'm a recent grad, and so I do vlogs about Harvard and college tips, and then I vlog about social issues, so like race and current events, and I also make short films.
Short films. Well, that's perfect because today we're going to be doing a movies survey. You may remember that I've done this survey on the channel before, and I would like to ask Ahsante these questions now because I am super interested in it. So let's get started. What is the first film you remember seeing?
I'm not sure like what exactly my first film was, but one memory of watching a movie that really stands out is Chicken Run.
Yeah.
I love Chicken Run. I love Wallace and Gromit. I love claymation.
Oh my god.
And there was one like Saturday, weekend Saturday where I watched Chicken Run 11 times in a row. Like, love Chicken Run.
Oh my gosh.
Love animation.
That's awesome. So do you see yourself, or would you like to do a lot more animation like in the future?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
I like wanted to be an animator at one point in time.
Is it possible to have a favorite film? And if so, what is yours?
I don't know if it's possible to have like a favorite of all time, but I think currently I really like Taxi Driver as my favorite film. I think it did a good job in capturing the psychological aspect of the main character, and so I really liked it. I thought it was very visually artistic with the lighting and like the water and the raindrops falling on the taxi cab and all that, and the time passing. So I like that as my current favorite film.
What film makes you cry?
Yeah, so the first film that I think made me cry, because I was not a big crier growing up, but like Benjamin Button, oh my gosh, I saw it in the theaters, and like when he died as a baby, I just like, I was bawling. And then most recently, I cried in Inside Out.
I did not expect to cry at that movie.
I didn't either.
Like nobody said anything about how like, oh yeah, the ending is really sad.
Yeah.
They kill a character off. I'm totally kidding.
I was like, wait, I don't remember that.
It's
Oh my
Pixar,
gosh.
they won't kill a character off. So are you familiar with the film The Last Action Hero? So it's like a 1990s movie, I think. And it's got, I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger or some famous person from the 90s. And the idea is you have this movie ticket and you go into this special theater, I think. I've not actually seen the movie, but this is the description I've heard about it. And with a special movie ticket, you're allowed to climb into any movie in the theater. So my question is, what movie would you climb into? What movie world?
I think The Incredibles.
The Incredibles?
I love The Incredibles.
Yeah?
So much. Yeah. Like, just being a superhero, but like a really quirky superhero, and like, yeah. Frozone is super cool.
Yes.
I might want to be like Frozone's wife. Like,
You'd be Frozone's wife?
Like,
Just hanging
great
out.
and good. I'm the greatest good you'll ever gonna get. Like, some of the best
was
lines in that movie.
Right? I don't know if I would go into that world as a superhero necessarily, just because I don't know if I'd want the responsibility of having to like save people.
You also might die because Syndrome like kills everyone.
I think I'd like to just walk around and be like, oh look, like Pixar, like trees and
Oh my
Pixar
gosh.
cars, Pixar faces, and I think I would just be touching everything. What movie character do you wish you were more like?
It's so funny because I'm used to not really relating to characters in movies so directly. Just because of like representation not being a thing.
Get it together, Hollywood.
Representation is important, diversity in film. But I think like one outstanding moment where I did really relate to a character was in Dear White People.
And you made a video about it, right?
I did.
Which you can watch right here.
Made a little review of that one, so check it out. The characters in that movie are extremes in some ways, but I feel like I wanted to be like Sam in a lot of ways, who's the main character, because she was passionate about her beliefs, but you know, at the same time, at the end, she realized that she had to give herself that room to explore and to be herself, despite this sort of charge that she felt like she had to really, like, you know, push for Black people on campus and like be that figurehead of a campaign, and just, you know, allow herself the room to explore and be herself and like break molds and like be into Taylor Swift if she wanted to be into Taylor Swift, and like that's fine, and she doesn't have to be militant all the time.
How have films influenced your work as a video maker?
I'm someone who was way more into television than film. So what was informing me originally was like a lot of the television that I've been watching, and then in like getting into YouTube, I wanted to study film more because of YouTubing and wanting to like learn more of that aspect that I hadn't been exposed to. And so like in starting to actually study film as a thing and like as a vocation, like just having ideas and then, you know, watching films around that idea. Like I had a idea to do a documentary about like Copley Square, which is a park square in Boston, and then, you know, and was like went about doing that for my class, and then because it was a summer shoot type situation, you actually had the class after you had done all the shooting for it, and I realized that, you know, on the recommendation of my professor, I watched Central Park, the documentary, and like realized that that's something that I should have watched beforehand, because that would have informed the way that I went about shooting my footage in Copley Square. And so like as far as how, you know, films that I've watched have influenced my work, I think I've learned when you have an idea, someone's probably had that idea or something similar, and to go back and kind of watch other, you know, films and material on that subject matter to see, you know, how that director is approaching the subject, and how you might frame a story, you know, in a similar way, or kind of, you know, have a similar story but use different tools or have a different perspective on it. And so that's how you know, the films that I've watched have been interacting with the films that I've been creating.
Well, thank you, Ahsante, for answering these questions. I feel like I learned so much about you in a short amount of time. If you want to check out more of Ahsante, where can they find you?
You can find me at YouTube/ahsantetheartist, and I am Ahsante B on Twitter.
We actually did another video on Ahsante's channel that involves a game and movie talk, because we're all about them movies. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. This has been super fun.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Bye. So, Incredibles is my fave. Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, yeah.
There's a point in my life where I had every single line of that movie memorized.
No way.
And I had a best friend who also had every single line of that movie memorized, and we would like go around reciting that movie word for word.
Could you do like a small bit right now?
Who does that little worm think he is? Does he, a little to the left, have any idea who he's dealing with? How can he do this to me? Well, I practically raised him. You have a point.
Oh my god.
And then like this is Yzma, like as she's like just got fired and whatever, and then she like plots to take her revenge, and she's like, how are you gonna do, and then Kronk is like, how are you gonna do that? And he's like, the only people who know about that are the three of us, soon to be the two of us. And Kronk goes, and I'm one of those two, right? To the secret lab. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Why do we even have that lever? Move over. No, yeah.
I just watched like the whole movie right here.